Just about 8-10 minutes remaining as far as markets are about to shut. We were talking to Imtiaz. He's still with us. Imtiaz, any view on Tata Motors slowly and steadily making slightly higher moves? Also, Ruchit Jain from Angel now joins us.
Yes, Pankaj, we have seen a very good rally in the Tata Motor from the level of 480 and right now is fitting around 530, 540. And the moment the stocks maintain above 531, there has a very good momentum coming at a higher level. And I think so this level we're definitely going to hit 555 or maybe 5560. Somewhere at that level the resistance will definitely come. So as of now...
at which level resistance will come?
555 to 560. And because above 531 on a sustainable basis, I think so the next target was coming around 555 to 560. So I think so that level can be taken as a profit booking.
Right. Ruchit, any view on Tata Motors?
Which has been formed within this higher top high bottom formation, and higher end of the channel would now come around 562, somewhere around 560 562 levels itself. So I think the positive momentum would continue in near term, so one can continue to remain long in this stock by keeping a trailing stop loss about below 525, and around 562 one can look to book profits, as that would be the higher end of the channel which the stock has been trading in.
Right, Ruchit, it's all been about telecom today. I and Imtiaz were just discussing about telecom names. Firstly, you would look to sell any telecom names?
Well, not at current levels. Probably these stocks, Idea and Bharti, were one of the weakest counter we have seen in last few days, where we have seen after the breakout of 1.5 months of range-bound trading activity in Nifty, the most of the mid caps and the small cap stocks had given a good positive momentum. On the other hand, if you see this Idea, Bharti, they have been underperforming this broader market since last 3-4 weeks itself. So what today's session we have seen after after the outcome of the Reliance AGM is just a continuation of this underperformance. I think this underperformance could continue in near term. Bharti, we are expecting a target around 290. There is a good support zone around 290 from where a pullback move could be expected. But then if we create short positions at current level for that, the risk reward won't be favorable, as after today's already the stock is down by 7% and the stop loss would be much far from current levels. So I would wait for some sort of more corrective move, and in fact around 290, just from a short term trading perspective, would advise to create long positions there.
Right. Any view on Arcom?
See, Arcom, basically last 6 months it has been, the stock has been trading in a very narrow range. 54, 55 was the earlier resistance and 46 has been the support. We have not seen any significant volumes coming in recent past. So I think this consolidation phase would continue for Arcom. The stock would test the lower end again around 46, but still this is not a stock where any sort of major up move or downward would be expected from this range of 46 to 54.
Right. Idea, any targets you have, or Idea has broken down all the levels?
Well, Idea was one of the weakest stock, in fact, in this sector. If you see, even compared to Bharti, Idea has underperformed significantly in the telecom sector as well as the broader markets. So I think this negative momentum could continue in Idea. On the downside, minor support is placed around 81.50, 81.60 levels. But I doubt whether those support would hold, since the overall momentum is quite negative in the stock. Since there is also low top, low bottom formation on the daily as well as the weekly charts now, I think this one should not be in a hurry to catch any kind of bottom in Idea.
Right. Any view on BHEL? It's down 5 rupees now.
Okay, I'm not expecting any major correction in BHEL. If you observe, then even this stock has steadily been in a very tight range of 130 to 145 since last 2 weeks. Prices are now trading very close to lower end of the range of 132. So I'm not expecting any major corrective move in this stock. I think this consolidation phase would continue for some more time.
Right. Imtiaz, any view on BHEL if you have?
Yes, Pankaj, I think so. There's a very strong support for the BHL in the zone of 130, 131. So until the stocks sustain above 130, 131, the stocks remain on the radar for the buying side only. And maybe on the higher side, I would be expecting at least 148 to 150. So maybe the decline I would definitely take as a buy, but somewhere on the near 133, 132 level where
So just wait for a percent or two.
I would take some positions as of now at a range of 134, 135 and moreover around 132, 133. I keep a stop loss of 130 on the downside, and higher side would be expecting 151, 152 in maybe around in a 1 week of time frame.
Right. How would you look at something like Ashok Leyland? It's down 4% after the numbers today.
I think so, Pankaj. Consecutively, we have seen Ashok Leyland underperforming from last couple of days, or you can say couple of weeks. But initially, before that, there was a very smart rally which has come. So I think it is getting subdued, and down the line, maybe around 81, 82 would be the support level for the Ashok Leyland. But anyhow, if I look for the shorter term, the stocks look very much impressive at that level. So maybe if it comes to
at which level?
81, 82.
Okay.
So 81, 82 can take as a buy initiative with a stop loss of 77. On higher side can expect a rebound till 92 to 95 level.
Right. Ruchit, any view on Ashok Leyland? Almost 25% up from down from the top.
Yeah, more of a similar view what Imtiaz just shared. The stock has very strong support around 82 levels. If we observe the weekly charts, then there's a weekly 89 EMA around 82. Also previously around November 2015 and January 2016, the stock was consolidating at the lower end of 82. So I think there's a good support coming in around 82. We can expect a pullback move from those levels. So just for traders, one can look to buy this stock around 82, keeping a stop loss below 76 levels, and expect a pullback move again up to 88, 89 levels.
Ruchit and Imtiaz, just request you to stay on. About 90 seconds remaining for markets to shut, and clearly it's been a disruptive sort of a day for the telecom space, and that's why all the telecom names have clearly lost out. Idea on your screen is down 10%, Bharti is down 6.5%, ICICI Bank is up about 1.2%, and Axis Bank is down about, actually Axis Bank has seen no change. Reliance is down 3%. Reliance also has launched this, so probably the markets realized it later, but even they would have to bear some cost. Tata Motors is up 1.3%, about 545, and Hindalco is down about 1% or so. BHEL is down close to 3%, 135, 136. BPCL is down about 2%. It's probably a post-results reaction. Adani Ports is down 1.6%, and Ambuja is down about 25 paisa or so. Coal India is up 1.3%, NTPC is down about 0.5%, GAIL is up about 2% GAIL declares numbers in this week. HDFC Limited is up about 1.3%. GAIL, declares numbers next week. Aurobindo Pharma is down about 2.5%. Yes Bank is flat. Infosys is 1.65 rupees higher, and Z Entertainment is down about 3 rupees. Z was in focus yesterday. Tata Motors DVR 2 rupees higher. Bharti Infratel about 6 rupees lower. It did not see as much correction as much as some of the other names in the telecom space saw, but it's a different sort of a company. Tech Mahindra 468 absolutely flat. Kotak Bank 6 rupees higher. Cipla up about 1%. That's the closing bell. Maruti is absolutely on the flattish side. You saw the numbers coming in from Maruti. Let's look at the top gainers and losers and what happened over there. Let's start with the telecom majors. So Idea was down about 10%. Bharti was down 6%. Reliance Industries, that's also now one of the big telecom players, assuming every target and subscriber base that they gave would be achieved in the next 1 year. It's down 3%. BHEL 3% decline. BPCL down about 2.5%, and Aurobindo Pharma down about 2.5% as well. Bharti Infratel 2% decline. Wipro down 1.5%. Adani Ports is down 1.5%. That's Aurobindo Pharma down 2.3%. Wipro is down close to about 1.9%, 344. So Adani Ports, ACC were some of the other losers. Let's look at some of the gainers. So GAIL declares numbers sooner, so up about 2.5%. Lupin got an approval in the end from a Goa facility, but I think it was a tentative approval, 1.6% higher. M&M was up about 1.4%, and HDFC, that's Housing Development Finance, was up 1.5%. Coal India, Tata Motors, Tata Steel, ICICI, some of them are actually heavyweights as well. They did particularly well. Let's look at the broader market space, and let's again start with the losers. So from the telecom space, Arcom lost out. Arcom was down 10%. Dish TV was down about 5.5%. Again, it could be because of the data talks that Reliance did. So Dish TV was down about 5%. GVK Power was down 5%. SREI Infrastructure, it went up 5% yesterday. It's down 6% right now. Kaveri Seeds is down 5%, 341. Z Media is down about 5%. Hathway also went down 6%, but Hathway also had results. So maybe because of results, it actually went down. Apart from this, not much in terms of losers. Maybe Ashok Leyland as well you can add into this list. So that was among one of the top losers at this point of time. Syndicate Bank was down 4. Reliance Power from the ADAG pack also lost out a slight bit. Let's look at the gainers. So PC Jewelers was up 6%. Not sure if there is any news flow. Castrol India was up 3.5%. Gujarat Pipavav Port did well, up close to 3%. EIL, Godrej Consumer, Bajaj Finserv are some of the other gainers, up about 2.5%. Let's go back to our guest. Imtiaz, any view on Lupin?
The stocks, rather than technical, I think so, has become more on a news-driven stock. Some news comes and the stocks tend to move higher. Some news comes, stocks tend to go more down. But if I look at the technical front, I think so there is a very strong support for the stocks from where they recently bottom out was 1450. So I think so this is a very crucial level. Unless the stock sustain above that, I think so the recent tops would be retested somewhere around 1610. So broadly you can say it's a range bound trading session between 1600 to 1450.
Right. Ruchit, would you share the same view?
Yes, probably if we just positionally observe what the stock has done in last 5-6 months, that whenever an up move come in the stocks, the stock gives a deeper retracement of about 61.8% to 78.6% and again moves higher. Exactly what the stock has done again this time, after last couple of weeks of corrective move, the stock has yesterday taken support around 78.6% retracement of the previous up move. So I think the stock has should bounce back again from current levels. I'm not expecting any major upsides from here, but up to 1585 to 1590 I think the stock could test. So even at current levels one can look to go long for a pullback move, keeping a stop loss below 1450 and expecting a target of around 1590.
Right. Any view on Jain Irrigation, Ruchit?
Jain Irrigation looks, we are quite optimistic on this stock. On weekly chart, if you observe, then the stock had decent resistance around 78, 79. Since past 1.5 year, the stock was not able to cross that resistance. And recently, we have seen that the stock had passed those resistance and that too with very good volume. So I think this up move would continue in near term. 91, 92 is where we are looking the first target zone for this stock, and in case if the stock manages to cross that 92 resistance, then 98 is quite possible for the stock to test in near term. So I think we continue to maintain this optimistic view on Jain Irrigation.
Right, Ruchit. Thank you so much. Imtiaz, always a pleasure talking to you. We have the adjusted close down 11 points for the Nifty, but the clear sector today was the telecom pack. All of them lost out. There was a sort of disruption move that came in from Reliance Industries for data, with data coming in at 1/5 prices than what the current ARPUs are. And just look at some of the names. Arcom was down 10, Idea was down close to 10, Bharti Airtel was down about 6%. Taking a break, coming back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Lots more lined up on the other side.